Hi, guys and gals. Hope you're having a great Easter. I am. Got my hot coffee here. Be cold in a minute or gone. That's the way things go. Got a little gas station. It's not old, but it's neat. Magnetic. Little magnets there. Magnets here in the base. And just zip right in there. It's like, what do you call it? Porcelain? I don't know. But pretty neat. Yeah, I hope you're. I bought, and you can put a card here. Like a uh, something like that. Maybe a little smaller, a little bit more rigid. Like my old postcard. Probably even smaller than that. A little note. But yeah, I saw a couple of these. I bought one for someone. I think I've got an extra one around here. And he passed away. And, I bought one for myself as well at the same time. So wound up with two. She asked me, his wife asked me if I wanted it after, he had passed away. And I said, yeah, I'll take it. Because I think they're pretty neat, the old style gas thing. Just going to look at some comics today and just get real, talk to you about, hey, our campaign ended yesterday, last night, actually. It was kind of fortuitous, fortunate, groovy. That there's Shadow Hogbacks. Hell and happy Easter to you, Shadowhawk, to our Christian friends, and happy Sunday to those in other faiths. That's right. And yeah, we, our little ash can ended last night on Apex Comics, our regularly scheduled show that I co-host on there at Saturday at midnight. We had an interview and then closed out, final countdown of that. So pretty neat. Apex Comics is going to do. He's been wanting to do the Sea Demon story, so I guess I'll let him do it. Um, some of those backup stories are not going to be that long, just kind of an introduction, and then we'll expand on some things, or maybe shorten down the main story next time and give more room, or I'll probably remove titles. I'm just trying to get some things established. I hope you got a few extra sales. I was pretty much spamming place. No, I didn't get any extra sales, but that's okay. We're going in demand, and our ads should be out here pretty soon in Alterna, and maybe that'll give us a boost. And then, when I get down to actually saying, okay, I'm going to end it today in demand, if you haven't gotten it, I do know Greg Levitt said he wanted a copy and he hasn't gotten one yet. So, I want to give everybody a chance to get one, but I'm not going to keep it up there forever. But probably will till I get the main campaign up. Um, and it'd be pretty neat to have two up at the same time, even if it was just brief. But yeah, I hope your Sunday's going well. I just got done visiting with my mother over here, and went and checked her mail for her because she was expecting something in the mail, and they haven't sent it over there yet. And so I checked her old mailbox. And basically, I'm just going to be cleaning today, the rest of the day. Well, I mean, come 7, I'm going to watch the new Doctor Who. There's a new Doctor Who out. It sucks. It's woke as hell. I wanted to check on my artist. I haven't talked to him since my uncle passed away, and that was only through text, so I haven't seen him for a while. And thought, hey, you want to waste some time tonight and watch Doctor Who? And so he said, yeah. And apparently his blood pressure's been messing with him a little bit lately. So he didn't offer up any popcorn, but that's okay. I can bring my own treats or something, maybe, if I can afford any. Have any around the house? Yeah, we'll make do. But I just had a bunch of treats that I got from over at mom. She's got access to like chips and apples and Rice Krispie treats and all kinds of stuff. And when I go over there, she usually doesn't. They have a lot of food for everybody over there, and she'll put it in that. She has a little mini fridge. She'll put stuff like bacon or leftover sausage or ham, chicken, different things from her meals. Spaghetti chicken uh, was one that I brought home today that I'll probably have later. But I bring that stuff home and generally have breakfast, lunch. This was one thing I picked up the other day. I gave it a shot, and hey, it works out. Mascots, of course, mascatos. Yeah, Spanish, packaging. But I looked on here and it says English, Ingles, and so I said no. So I put it in and boom, what's the first option for languages? English. So just the packaging is in Spanish. So, and I don't have that movie. So I watched it the other night and it was pretty good. I like it. Shadowhawk, have you seen that? So, when you go to, and for $1 at the dollar store. So there you go. Nice little illumination project that they did. That came out, several years ago. Thinking like 2016, maybe. And, all the different features on it were in English and everything. Had some good behind the scenes, and, you meet the voice actors, and I always like to see who voiced the things. Just going to look at some comics today. Start a new box. Probably maybe go through the whole thing. I don't know. We'll just see. No, I missed those. Okay. Seduction of the Innocent. This is a throwback to the EC comics. This came out from Dynamite. Number 2. I think these are going to be newer comics that I'm going to show today. Let me just put this hardback Charlie Chaplin book here, and then that'll give me something hard to gave 8 cents for it. I think this box is comics that I got from Hastings when Hastings went out. So you can see what kind of deals I got, Chaos from Dynamite. Don't think that's Evil Ernie. I know Brian Polito doesn't have rights to Evil Ernie. I think this red devil looking character with the cross there on her boobies is Purgatory. I'm not sure about the rest of them. And then, of course, Lady Death is his big character. Chaos, I guess maybe that might be a back there. Number 6. Gave 30 cents for that one. Hastings really took me, didn't they? Sherlock Holmes, issue 1. And that's from Dynamite Entertainment as well. And these are $3.99 books. Gave 8 cents for that. And generally nice shape. Sherlock Holmes, issue 2, year 1. Beware of the Ides of March, as always, yes. And when I gave 8 cents for that. When's the last time you bought one for 8 cents, or have you ever? Hey, Tree Goblin, what's going on, dude? Hope you're having a good Easter over there in the UK. Ash and the Army of Darkness number 2 from Dynamite. Till I got a bunch of stuff and got a couple signed ones by Steve Niles. Because I actually got, I got those anyway. even, some that were signed at Hastings, but gave 15 cents for this one. And the great thing is, I can afford that, or could at the time. I had a job that paid me daily. Daily. I would get like $52 or something like that every day, or 48 or something, I forget, but about $50 a day. So I would go down there every day, every day, every day, and except for the weekend. I don't know. I might even work the weekends. I can't even remember. Um, but the Man with No Name, of course, that's Clint Eastwood, right? Number six, gave 25 cents for that. The good old days of 25 cents. Look at the different lengths of his guns there. Um, yeah, so I've got my business done for today. I'm going to watch that Doctor Who thing tomorrow. Not tomorrow, tonight. Over there. It's like Sea Devils come back. It looks pitiful, but I'm going to watch it anyway. It's been a while, and I noticed on Twitter that it was coming out and today, and so I'll watch it tonight and check on John, and I watched some Charlie Chaplin yesterday, and hilarious. I'm gonna have to watch some more. The Rink. I mean, when he's on skates and stuff, it's just the gags. I don't know how they did it. I really don't. It's amazing. I'd like to do a deep dive to see just how they did the stunts and that and stuff. This is a neat cover. The Omega Men number 11, Destroy the Omega Lantern. Okay. Gave 75 that one. I get these books at, different days, and they would have different markdowns. Like one day it would be, they start out like half, or, you know, right at the beginning, maybe 10% off, and then they go to 20% off, 30% off. And, you know, and I didn't just buy comics, although I got 1,500. I counted up, and unless I miscounted, I'm sure it's probably not, but I mean, I did. I counted up for my receipts and everything. I got 1,500 comics. But I got vinyl banks. Some of those are back there, and other stuff. Got the art supplies first. Got the comic supplies. That was the first thing I hit, which they never carried that much of it. Got a few hardbacks. Here's a Mega Man number 10. This is another nice cover. Like how they just, did the logo. Just they did on this run of Omega Man, they did a different. Gave 75 cents for that one. Uh, how they did the covers different. Um, Speaking of my own comic, I got an offer from Anthony from Dark Gift Comics to do a trading card, so I'll probably take him up on that. I and Doc Blaylock are talking about him doing one of the stories, and I got to think what stories are still open. Hockey's going to do from the Hockey and Alley show. He's down in Australia. He's going to do a 2-page story, Crawl Space, and I would like Vic King to do um, Second Skin story, and those are my horror titles in it. And then I have another one called Grave Tales, so I might have Doc Blaylock do that. And I've yet to write that one, although I've been thinking about that. I've actually been working on today. I had some thoughts on the origin of Silver Boa, which might be my next crowdfunder, because it'll be like white, black and white, and gray tone. I won't have to deal with a colorist. I don't want to. I've still got my hair. I don't want to pull the rest of it out. Um, and I think it would be a neat thing. Hey, Dave, all the way from the Netherlands. Netherlands? I think that's right. I wake up in a different world every day. Oh, I love hockey. Great dude from down under. Yeah, hockey released Shelby Roberts Roberts Shelby's 99 character did that, and I saw that on Twitter, and I said hockey would be great to do that 2-page story from Crawl Space, and he agreed to do that, and he'll be starting on that pretty soon. As soon as I get him some things, I and Doc Blaylock are, I've got to get some story in mind or whatever for Doc to do, and then uh, maybe get Vic on that other story. Things will be coming together here pretty soon. But yeah, I'm just kind of like, and Apex Comics wants to do Sea Demon, so I guess I'll let him do that. So what have I got left? The Inner Man story. Uh, so I'll need to, and while I was saying thank you to Shelby, he had offered earlier, and I know he's busy. So I said, could you do like a trading card for me? A character. And he was like, yeah, I could do that. So Shelby's going to do Ninjetta, one of my female characters, and Doc Blaylock's going to do one of my female characters that I just came up with recently. Uh, just popped into my head a design, and it was like, okay. And I don't design that very many women characters. I've got a few, but I just have focused on the men or the monsters. I've just not done a lot of women. But Ninjetta, she has like swords and stuff. I've drawn her on a few things. Um, and it kind of like Whisper, in the comics from First Comics or Capital Comics before that in the early 80s. So, things are happening and going on. I haven't seen a character, Shadowhawk says, design of Sea Demon yet, but I like Brett's style quite a bit. Cool. Yeah, and I know y'all are talking about something that you want to do. I had it right here, had the design, or had a copy. Um, I'm really surprised, Shadowhawk, that you haven't seen it because I've had it, shown it several times, and it will be one of the Alterna ads. If you want to catch a glimpse of Sea Demon, you can watch the little Alterna video that came in, and he's flipping through some early copies or proofs that the printer sent him, and it's in the inside back cover of Wolf and Batsy 3. And that ad will be there, and then there's a Devil Flyer ad, and then had to be a black and white one for Log. So there's a black and white and 2 color ads that I did, and 7 different ads and 5 different books. A couple of my Downcast and 1011, I guess, X11, something like that, X11. I guess. I think he called it X11. I'm not sure. I've been calling it the title. It's only 10. This is the last issue. It's issue 10 out of a 10 issue run of that. But it had a neat looking cover. And I, by mistake, might have put an ad in Mighty Mascots, one of those issues or something like that. But I didn't. I had forgotten that I'd already put an ad in there. Oh well, I have 2 ads in that last issue. Be fine. And I ordered several individual and then a couple bundles, so that I'd have enough to give to John and Elsie and have some extras for myself. Yeah, I'm really loving Finbat. Yeah, awesome. I've got all the alternate issues coming, so I will have all the first appearances of your characters. Yeah, now, yeah, you'll get your first look at Inner Man, your first look at Sea Demon, and there'll be interior first appearance of Devil Flyer on the interior of a book. But he has been on one cover already, along with another one of my characters, Hopper, and hope to have somebody draw Hopper here pretty soon. Actually, Brent has drawn, Apex Comics has drawn a Sea Demon thing. I don't know if he's inked it because he's been working on his own stuff, but he drew something and sent to me, which would be fine by itself. He did change it. How he got a picture of Sea Demon and then just kind of, he gave him these sort of long claw, not, I wouldn't call it claw, like spikes, which was really neat. I liked his take on it. I think he might have even had some coming out of the elbow there. It was pretty neat. Except Devil Flyer, of course. Yeah. Hell DG. Yeah. Yeah, and what was neat about that, and I'll show it again because apparently not everybody's seen it. I don't know. He did make a cover appearance, and he's standing right there by what they call the Blue Scarab, because I guess the Blue Beetle name is DC Comics now, kind of like Daredevil is Marvel. So that's so cool that he's on there. And there's Catman and Kitten from the Golden Age, because they, along with their kind of Christian characters, and they've been publishing for over 20 years. And I was made aware of them through that campaign. And they had a couple of spots, for $100, you could put one of your characters on the cover. And so I put two, because there was three slots, and one of them was already taken. And if there'd been three, I'd put three on the cover. I thought that was cool, and I thought they knocked it out of the park. I sent them color. I was kind of limited. Here's Hopper, as a matter of fact, kind of different, kind of eyes with no neck, on shoulders. Got some kind of freezing power there. Can fire beams from his eyes. He's kind of a tree frog type, hopping Spider-Man type character, very athletic, or Nightcrawler type character, with some freezing and heat beam from his eyes powers. And he was on the cover with Devil Flyer. Devil Flyer's got like cut off, and you can see flesh, and then it goes to gloves, I guess. Different color scheme than I had in mind, but very intriguing. And on this other character, he put like a little parakeet or something. And it's like looking at him, and he looks like he's looking down at it. Of course, he's got the helmet on. So it's really neat, how they did it. I really like the artist. I really would like to get that artist to do something for me sometime. He's pretty solid. Um, but it had Catman and Kitten on there, and had Man of War, all Golden Age characters plus their characters. And I think the two characters actually that look the best out of all of them. I may be biased, but I really do when you look at that. And it's a George Perez homage cover. But anyway, I thought they did a bang up job on it. I look at all the characters that are out there, and I think, what hasn't been done? What's a different look? Kind of like this character. I think he's kind of unique. I don't think he's looks like anything that I've seen out there. That's what I look for. That's what I try and develop. Some of mine, anybody can do kind of a derivative type character, and any character is going to be compared to something. But I look for the different, the different. This is actually an antenna. You put that on your antenna. Got these years ago. Bought them all up. Should have made a pass. Yeah. I think that's what I was thinking about doing. Making alien passes. And then it all come to a screeching halt. Copyright strike. Oh well. All right. They said, Rex, you are doomed. Number 1 from DC Comics. Doomed. Didn't know anything about this character, so I was glad to get some issues of this. 20 cents on that one. I like looking through these Hastings boxes because good deals, Doomed number 2, 20 cents. Doomed. You're doomed. Did you like that DC pillow logo? I never got that. I just never really got how that said DC. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I never got it. Kind of like an unchin has those spikes. Urchin. Oh, urchin. Yeah. Yeah, poisonous spikes. I don't know, but I liked what he did with it. Doom number 3. Maybe he was looking at Vic King because he did, for reference on the character he did. They gave 20 cents for that. He gave oh yeah, he did a demon for me. So if I remember right, he's done quite a few things for me, and I got to get back with him. And the last thing he did was a werewolf for me, but things are going to be happening here pretty soon. Uh, I'll be getting money back from that campaign, and I'll be putting that into having art done for things for this campaign. And then also I'll be receiving some money for some stuff that I sold, along with the estate sale, or some of my stuff that did get sold at the estate sale here pretty soon as well. So plus I'll be starting work here pretty soon, and I can't wait because I want money in the pocket and my chicks for free. Hey, TJ, all the way from the UK. It's good to see you. And I watched your latest video where Rex was taken to the beach. It helps that you named him Rex, or that he was named Rex, because I'm named Rex and I take an interest in that. And he's just so darn cute. He's a great looking dog. If you haven't went over, check out TJ's and she's part of our female representation around here, although YouTube ignores that for some reason. Are you going to show us Sea Demon Rex? I guess I could go in there and find original artwork. I just hate to. What if I showed you my swamp character instead? Because I don't think I have that around here anymore. I probably moved it to put this Chaplin stuff down, and I don't see it anywhere here. But have you seen this? I had this made up a while back. Was thinking about doing some marble stamps like things. And there's a piece that I did. Had kind of digitized with the swamp character that I'm doing. And he's really my most developed character, the one that I've worked on the hardest since 2015. Different looks, different things. So I hope that suffices. Yeah, I'll show you Sea Demon tomorrow if you show it tomorrow. For sure. I'll find it. He's got bone blades on his forearms and on his calves. And in the water, they can become fin-like if he wants them to. Well, that's pretty neat. He's kind of like my otter one. If you think about it, Aquaman, with all the pressure, the water, and everything, he's the underwater Superman. So, hey, good stuff. So, glad the little ash can got funded. Glad it went into man. Hey, Gap, and that there was no problems. And we looked at yesterday. We looked at Charlie Chaplin stuff. So, if you like Charlie Chaplin, we were celebrating his birthday, and plus we showed a little few comics at the end. If you didn't catch that, and you know a little bit about Chaplin, I told you a little bit. I'm looking here for you, Shadowhawk, just to see if it's over here with other stuff. Powers activity book, oversized. I need to find something to put it in to protect it. I think that's a pretty neat little thing. And I've noticed that some Kickstarter and Indiegogo projects do color and activity books on their campaigns. Well, that's kind of interesting. I'm kind of looking through here. I still have these old faux autograph things that I've shown, and Captain America there, and price or color guides, Fantastic Four or X-Men color guides and stuff I've shown before. Need to put this stuff up. Okay. TJ says I have another video a bit longer. Okay, I'll make sure I go over there and view it. But it was a windy and the mic picked it up more than my voice. I don't know how to remove the sound and or replace it. Yeah, technical issues. Yeah, Aquaman should technically be a badass, to be able to withstand the pressure of the deep oceans. Yeah, and I mean on Super Friends in the 70s, he was not in the whole season, but he was in the opener. There's one season where he's in the opener, but he's not in one episode. He never received any love. The best thing he did was Filmation in the 60s, where he had Tusky, the excuse me, water breathing walrus, I guess, because he never went up for air. But Tusky, and then Aqualad, that's really where he became, in my mind, from a secondary character, backup character, to a more mainstream character. Because he was always a backup character up to that time. But yeah, he should receive this Doom number 4, 35 cents. That he should have received more respect than that. Did any of you raid your Hastings? I didn't realize it till they went out, but they were the giant. They were the Hastings was the largest comic book retailer out there, and it was a great thing. I mean, when the print runs for newsstand books were only 1%, very very rare to find one out in the wild. Hastings had a rack in the early days, and you can find them. And I've actually got a couple of key issues that are barcodes. Dune number 5. So I got a whole run of Doomed here for, here's $1. I paid $1, but for just a few bucks. Don't know if has anybody read Doomed? I suppose I could be silent or just put a warning of wind noise. Yeah. I kind of like the 90s version of Aquaman when the pariah chewed his hand off and then it became water, right? Or did he put the harpoon on? Happy Easter to all you pagans, Anth says. How's it going, Anth? TJ, you could just do a voice over. Yeah. That requires editing skills. Good Stuff says, what editing program do you use, TJ? You might be able to remove background noise. And everybody's saying harpoon first. Okay. And then he had what was it, hard water or what? How do you have a liquid become a hand unless it's ice? Which would be easy to do, if you're in deep water, because it gets cold down, a few hundred feet under the ocean water. Here's number 6 of Doom, number 1. Again, these are some comics that I got from Hastings when they were going under and on clearance. Batman, Superman. I don't know who did this. This almost looks like a J. Lee cover. I don't know, but it's Infected Chapter 3, Superman and Doomed character. Number 11, Batman, Superman. I don't know, looks like a J. Lee cover to me. It may not. There's Crypto from behind. Huh. This was when Batman was celebrating 75 years. Kind of nice cover. 65 cents for that one. Everybody wishing everybody a happy, Pale Rider in here. Pale Rider, how's it going, brother? Skull, as Death Metal Hero Luke says. Coffee. The gentleman I was talking about that I got the earlier that I got this from, or that I bought one for, the old style gas station, and it's pretty neat. It's got, you can keep like marbles or small stuff in there, and they're magnetic. 3 little, and then you have a placement card where you can put a placement card in here. Just a neat little thing. Not that old, a few years. I bought him one, I bought me one, made in China. I guess I'll have to throw them both away. But That's my little joke. Anything made in China, I'll throw it away. Um, but yeah, this is pretty neat. I got him. I'm not Catholic, but he was Catholic, So I learned to genuflex, and I did ministry. He'd always do that, like his mother or grandmother would do. Uh, this is Forever Evil Rogues Rebellion. I guess this is the sort of new version, vicious version of the Parasite on here, maybe with Heat Blast, and there's the Trickster. Yeah, Rage of the Parasite. I'm not sure who that is in his hand there, but I really like this cover. Number 2, I'd like to see him and them go up against each other. Could he suck the energy from Venom? I think Venom would win. 50 cents. Food food stuff. Comic Skater man. Yeah, we like food. We like food. I had some food that I got from over there at Mom's. Vic got a taste in life and doesn't want to stream anymore. He ate all the food in the fridge. Yeah, and he's probably crunching on the dog food today. Yeah, I mean, it's a good little thing that he got out in the country and saw how the rest of us live. If you live in the city enough, you just, you kind of get, I mean, even though I lived here, I live in the city, but my city is more like, it's not like Boston or anything. I lived up on Main Street in like a loft apartment for 8 years. And, yeah, you're down there by the bars and the scene and everything, and you forget, the country and things that other things around you. You can. Um, Going good. I got drinks. Power Rider says good stuff. Oh, if you want to send it to me, I could try a few things for you. Okay, TJ. Oh, yeah, she's over in England, just so you know. Oh, I like that. And yeah, good stuff. Man, I know I think 24 Eyes offered to crop up some of my shows and make them into videos like the best of or something. Yeah, I need an editor, you know. I've got a nice editing program, but I haven't used it in years. Used to do it for shows for broadcasting on TV. I did a little bit of everything in my lifetime. Almost died several times too. So it's a miracle I'm here. So thank you, Jesus. Boomer too. No help here. Uh, there you go. There's good stuff's Gmail. Shadowhawk Backs getting ready to pull the traditional Easter bunny out of the oven in about 40 minutes. That's cool. Uh, yeah, roasted bunny. Yeah. What do they call that? Rare Shrevets, maybe? I don't know. Mrs. Good Stuff's here. Hi, Devil Flyer, and hi to you, Mrs. Good Stuff. I like your icon with the X-ray of your spine. I think I saw that. That was pretty interesting. Um, Good Stuff says I can't help you, Rex. Okay. Well, you don't have to help me on editing, but if you hear of anybody, yeah, you might want to send them my way, and I might talk to 24 Eyes. When I get some more money in the bank, then I'll employ some more people. And that's coming. Pale Rider says, I'm still alive because heaven doesn't want me and hell's afraid to afraid I take over. Well, that could very well be, Pale Rider. You're kind of spooky dude. Just saying. Ha. Okay. Time Masters, Vanishing Point. This was an interesting little thing that Dan Jurgens, I think, did the artwork to and the writing to. Out of Time, a search for Batman. This is number 4 of 6. It was a limited series, came out in 2010. Kind of an interesting cover. Has that cosmic boob feel to it. Booster Gold, Superman, and probably Rip Hunter Time Master. He goes way back. I gave 8 cents for that. And this is issue 3. Still searching for Batman, of course. One of the JLA's old villains. 8 cents for that. I think I did pretty good at Hastings. Number 2, where I'm really going to, well, in my collection, where I'm really going to clean up and make a profit on, are not just key books. I gave 30 cents for this. It'll be, this is Claw, by the way, an old DC character from the 70s. Is the barcodes, getting the direct, the newsstand editions when they were going out. Like I said, by the early 80s, they were down to, and early 90s, they were about down to 10%. And anything like 1999, 2000 stuff's like 1%. And the best way, I know I scored a couple key books, was at Hastings, the days when they had a rack, and they weren't just getting direct stuff. And that's been a while back. I mean, I got the one where Wonder Woman broke Maxwell Lord's back, and in the rare barcode. Yep, that's a real X-ray, but is it yours? Good stuff. I thought maybe you had some back X-rays in the past or something, and thought that would be a good little thing. And how is it? And I realize it's Easter and that your husband's in here, but how is it that back looks so sexy? Just saying. Anyway, get myself in trouble. Pale Rider says, shit, I don't remember. I have one around that area and one in my neck. Huh. Okay, you must be talking L5, S1, yeah. Well, now, okay, Miss Good Stuff. I think I had one of my back surgeries in the same place. Okay, that's, am I missing out? Did you say you had back surgery, Mrs. Good Stuff? Good curvature of the spine. There's deterioration of the spine in my family. Of course, I'm adopted, and so is my brother, so it doesn't affect me in the least. Just getting up in a day is a chore for me. But yeah, they all have deterioration of the spine and have suffered with that. And yeah, I've had 2 back surgeries. Hopefully, no more ever again. Yeah, no doubt. Prayers to you. Like this, just JLA number 53 has Jade here in the front, and I believe this is Conga Gorilla. This looks like a female version of Johnny Quick, a speedster, and Diana Troy, Batman, and Supergirl. Mark Bagley, you think of Mark Bagley, you think of Spider-Man or Marvel. Well, here's a Mark Bagley cover. That's probably why I like it. That he did for DC. So he did this grouping, and the rest is white. Yeah, it worked. You can get away with that a little bit. Gave 50 cents for that one. Aquaman and the others. I got a few of these. This is number 8. And yeah, he deserves some respect, right? I remember the old 60s Filmation. This is a reflective cover, right? Those are always pretty neat. Kind of like a cyber frog reflection on his different things. Gave 15 cents for that one. Pale Rider says, yep, the lower one hurt like hell. Shadowhawk backs. I used to put in a shitload of miles riding on my bike. All the little corner stores in my town, and the next couple over just find and buy comics in the pre-LCS days. Yeah, and it was always great to get like bagged ones, like 3 to a bag or something. Oh, we just lost a person who dipped out. They're not going to say. And how is it I can have over like 10 people in here? Now I have 9. And only 6 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, which I know you all have, but hit the like button if you like it. Give a guy some help. Aquaman and the others, number 5. I mean, Aquaman, where I started to like him was the old Filmation cartoon. Gave 15 cents for that one. Um, and that was back in the 60s. And that's where I was introduced to Aquaman. I thought it was pretty cool. And Hawkman and all the others. I enjoyed all those. I got to say, I probably enjoyed those better than those lame-o, just straight from the comic panel and make them move a hand or a head or something, or their mouth come open. Marvel ones. The best Marvel ones, of course, which had a little bit better animation, was Fantastic Four, the 19 issues that they did back in the 60s of that, and the 1967 Spider-Man. I think there was 58 episodes of that by the time it ended. Gray Morrow, great comic book artist, worked on the Spider-Man 67, and of course for Hanna-Barbera, Alex Toth. And Alex Toth, I don't know when he stopped working for Hanna-Barbera, but I know he was doing character designs for Super Friends all the way up into 1973, because I showed a Toon book that showed some of his 73 character studies and work. So that's pretty neat to find that out in retrospective. It wasn't really, I didn't remember all the cartoons that I watched till I like found some of them, out in the wild. And then also like the Blockbuster days in the early 90s when they first came out on VHS. And then I'd watch them and I'd go, wow, yeah, I used to watch that, because the openers are the same and the same and the same. But with Fantastic Four, I watched those so many times and enjoyed them so much. I go, oh yeah, that was my favorite, or one of my favorite episodes, because of this with the thing, you know. So that was great fun to get VHS tapes and watch those, and those early memories come flooding back, that from the 60s and the early 90s when I was watching that stuff. Around that time I also got on a Bruce Lee kick and was watching a lot of of course there's not a lot of Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee, of course, I watched first in the 1966 Green Hornet, although I was extremely young. Whoops, lost another person. Oh well, it is Easter, and I didn't expect this many people in here. All right, who is too lazy to smash the like button? Hey, we got it up to 10. It doesn't hurt to advertise. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. And I've been noticing that with my videos, everybody forgets to smash the like button, because I hadn't had very many likes. But I have a lot of people, you know. Share out Rex's stream here. Thank you, thank you. Never got into Aquaman. Hawkman was cool though. Um, yeah, Hawkman, in the 60s cartoon, in the Filmation cartoon, he had like a claw, like a three-prong, short little claw on one hand, just one hand, that he would rake things with. And he could also have like a beam or a battering, boom, 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 knock down a door. I always thought he was pretty cool, for sure. That was my first exposure to Hawkman, was in cartoons, before I even picked up a comic and even knew what a comic book was. I might have got some of those March for Comic type little things, or read the cartoons out of the newspaper, but um, the March for Comics ones, when you went to get a new pair of shoes, they give you free promo comics, but it was like Bugs Bunny, Elmer Fudd, things like that, not not just like this format, you know. Um, so it was neat though that I was exposed to all those great heroes: the Herculoid, Space Ghost, Dino Boy, Marine Boy, which was early anime. King Kong had one, which was early anime. Uh, and I never saw Speed Racer, I don't remember, or Astro Boy. Now, those are really well known. But yeah, I was surprised even going back and looking back. And the earliest cartoon I remember, and I'm sure it's not the only one, but my favorite was Tobor the Eighth Man. I've talked about that before. Tobor the Eighth Man was Tobor is robot spelled backwards, and so he was like a android or something. Um, and it starts out with like this Godzilla monster, well, a spaceship comes and lands right by like the Golden Gate Bridge or some bridge like that, and then out pops a giant Godzilla type character, and he starts his rampage of destruction. Well, then, like in Clark Kent fashion, uh, Tobor is there in his human guise, and he changes into his costume, goes flying, grabs his tail, wraps him up, and then a boom on the ground and saves the day. But I remember that it was all black and white, and I have the complete collection. Some of them weren't ever shown in America. A few episodes, like I don't know, 3 episodes, 3 or 4 episodes were never shown, just in Japan. So it's neat to get the whole collection because you actually get to see some stuff that you never got a chance to if you're old enough to do that. And I was barely old enough to do it. I'm 56, so um, I was very, very young, very, very young. But TV was my uh, screen to the world, you know, from living out in the country. It was a screen to the world. I was just always take if I had mileage on my eyes, I'd have over a few million, you know, uh hours watched for sure. Bruce Lee was awesome. That's for sure, TJ. You know, um if you want to hurt your brain, watch my 1996 Wonder Years. I made it way back on college. Um Pale Rider says, I think with live streams, people pop straight into the chat and get to hit the like when you on your phone. The chat covers up the like button. Oh, well, that could very well be um, Pale Rider because I looked at my analytics and I'm glad to see Mrs. Good Stuff and TJ and because it's not giving any women representation for me. It says my audience is 100% male. So, ladies, I don't know what to do about it. I hope you feel good about it. I don't feel good about it. I want the women to have some representation around here because I know women are coming in here, but YouTube is saying that none of you are. So I don't know what to do. But you're right. On the analytics, most people watch me by phone, probably some other device, because it'll give you that breakdown. Power Rider says, not comics, but when I was a kid, I loved the Hawk character on Buck Rogers. Yeah. Thorn, I think was his name. Something like that. Thorn. Yeah. Whoop. Let's hear it for the girls. Yeah. Let's hear it for the girls. Oh, anyway, nobody wants to hear me sing. Number 7. Um, yeah, I just want, women to be represented, on this show. Because I can name, Renee, Fanta, Mrs. Good Stuff, TJ, Carrie. I have a bunch of women come in at sporadically, and yet you don't even rank as 1%. I don't get it. And I don't know how they determine if you're male or female, I guess just from your YouTube imprint. I don't know. Atlantis Chronicles, the flood written by Peter David. This is one of 7, March 1990. So there was some older books that I got, uh, from gave 49 cents for this one. The other one I gave 15 cents for. Some I got free because it wasn't in their system. I took them. There was a lot of coke on the belly getting sniffed, Pale Rider. Oh, Shadowhawk Back says, I think a sex change is just a lot more than I am willing to do for CG. I agree. I agree. Oh, I'm not advocating anybody have a sex change, but I would like to see at least women get 1% in the analytics. And I'm giving out a call to all you women, get some more women in here, even if it's just to come in and hit the like button and say hi, and maybe enough women get in here, then you'll actually score 1% on my viewership. I don't get it. Miss Good Stuff says I have to write a strongly worded letter. Yeah. Um, yeah, maybe you can contact them. Anth says you don't know if they're women until they come on your panel. This is the internet after all. And yeah, Anth reminds me that Carol's Cookie's been in here too. I think due to personal problems, Renee won't be back, but she was in here quite a bit, and they don't even score her or any of you other ladies. I just don't think it's right. Um, well, it's not right because I know women are coming in here and it's saying my audience is 100% male. And yeah, I expect, I show collectibles and stuff and geeky stuff like that. Yeah, if you want something different, I talked about Charlie Chaplin yesterday. Every now and then I'll do something off the beaten path. We celebrated Charlie Chaplin's 133rd birthday and showed some items because I have an extensive, well, I wouldn't say extensive, but I have pretty good Charlie Chaplin collection. Probably have most of his movies and know a lot of the lore and the history of Charlie Chaplin. Uh, he was just a genius and made movies what they are today. Just my humble opinion. I'm a trying man, but come on, man. Come on, man. 19 Pale Rider says 1996 was a good year. Yeah, okay. Except Clinton was in office. Um, Tree Goblin, and he was from Arkansas. Don't blame me, just because I'm from Arkansas. I shook its hand one time, and I'm still trying to get the Slick Willie off. That's when he was running for governor, and I was still in high school. Tree Goblin, Rex, every woman online is a man pretending to be a woman. I believe that. Bunches of freaking degenerates in CG could very well be. And when you tell me to leave, I'll leave. Um, Good stuff, Comics Editor. I got married in 96. Well, congratulations. Hope you don't regret it. Somehow I don't think you do. Gap says, which is also from the UK, right? Gap Stargate. There are a huge audience of women that love collectibles, comics, etc. Well, I need them in here, and I need them to at least score 1%. They're not even on a partial percentage. It says 100% male. Now, you women need to get in here and get up in arms and change the analytics. I don't know what's going on, but YouTube is screwing me around and on viewership and subs and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, just saying. You son of a. The women don't come for the collectibles. They come to watch the Silver Fox Rex Devil Flyer. That could very well be. And some of the husbands too, right? Good stuff. Well, not that part. Anyway, that was freaky. Forget about it. I'm right at home. I got married in 96, TJ. Wow, too. I might have too. I've been married twice. First time in 90, and I might have got married in 96 as well to my second wife. Somewhere in there. I have to look that up. It's been so long since I've been married, over 20 years. I kind of enjoy living by myself. You have to learn to live by yourself. Up to, because I first had my mother and father and everything, left, did different things, and then got married and then got married again, and kind of a rebound thing. I loved her, but she had problems, it happens that way. The first one I didn't, well, I won't say that. Anyway, yeah, it was a mistake. No, it was when I did it. But what are you going to do? Especially when you have children involved. In 1996, I was very far from being married. That's even better. I don't know. Just saying. Isn't here right now, Rex? Who? Who's that good stuff? I don't. Emoji? I mean, what is that? Or whatever? Isn't here right now, Rex? Okay. I listen to your voice while crafting. Yeah, that's cool. I have some people. What kind of crafts do you do, TJ? Some people do listen to me and not necessarily watch, and I'm fine with that. I mean, I know on YouTube it's all about the audio. That's why I got a good Blue Yeti, and I have this good camera, but I didn't skimp on any of that, but probably could have got better. But for my affordability, it was about a $200 package, a little over. But yeah, Aquaman number 40 here. Gave 33 cents for that. I got a bunch of these at 30 cents. Big old volcano or eruption. So you really can't tell, is he on land or is he in water? Because that could be an underwater volcano. I guess it's on land. You don't see Aquaman on land that often. I guess you could. A lot of naked shadow would be popping up. I'll take naked women, clothed women, women doing crafts. I'll just take one woman. But women have apparently no representation around here, according to YouTube. I don't know what's going on. I just checked the analytics and I was like, what the? Because I know of and I guess enough, and it could be like somebody said the other day, not enough women are showing up to even score 1%. I don't know. I need some women in here in this audience on a regular basis. I mean, for a while, just see if it changes the analytics. Um, I just got a blue Yeti, and it makes a huge difference. Yeah, yeah. I didn't skimp on that. Often a lot of people will put up with crappy visual, but if you have crappy audio, they're going to tune you out. So I didn't skimp on either. But even then, I do some roboting. And of course, holding things up, you get things out of focus, or, the camera does uh, different things. But generally, the audio is pretty good on all the shows that I've been on. And I often do go back and look at the shows, or go back and look at some other shows that I've been on, or other things, just to check the audio. Um, Here is that link. Okay. I will click on that. Whoops, it jumped on me. Oh, it says leave site. Can I not? Now, usually I can open that up. I don't want to leave you to go to that. Um, anyway, I'll back it up later. Your Blue Yeti is silver. Uh, Yeah, hers is silver. I got the black. Um, the blue was nice though. Were you a serial streaker, Shadowhawk? Hmm. And I've got to wonder, did I ever streak? Because that was the '70s things. I don't think I ever streak, struck. I mean, what's the past tense of streak? Struck. Hmm. Anyway, I thought that said serial stroker. Oh no, it didn't say that. No, it wouldn't say that. Let's don't get pornographic in here. Yeah, I said it. Let's just say I'm not shy at all. Oh, Shadowhawk, you're flirting now. It might be that they're fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Okay. It might be Rumble, young man, Rumble. Ha! Okay. It might be a little Muhammad Ali humor for you that aren't old enough to know that. It might be, Pale Rider says, uh, they have their subscriptions hidden, and maybe that affects the analytics. Can you hide your subscription? Hmm. Well, I'm not trying to whip the women up into a funeral. A funeral. Where's this thing come from? My mind says one thing, frenzy, and my mind says funeral. I mean, my mouth said, see there, my mind, mouth. Sometimes no connection with me. I don't know, and it's only been since I've been broadcasting, or people have been too afraid to tell me all my life. Hmm. Anyway, Gap says, do you know how to share a screen, Rex? No. And actually, I tell you what, Mr. Boomer here, I'm going to fix that here pretty soon. We're going to have some of you on. We're going to have, I promise you. I actually go through the lazy way through YouTube because I just noticed it up there one day. So I started streaming, you know. I don't even go through StreamYard. And Tank Ferret tells me, yeah, that doesn't play good with others. So yeah, I'm gonna have to learn StreamYard and start doing it like you normal people. At least I don't have the little duck up here. Just saying. Of course, I know you can pay extra to get rid of that. Ant says the only thing YouTube gets right on Rex channel, no women representation. The views expressed by Anth are not necessarily those of this channel. Just saying. Uh, Even if I do hold that belief, or did, or maybe, I don't know. But anyway, good, Miss Good Stuff. I don't know. I really don't have to crane to do this. I just gotta have it. I don't know. I only ever thought about it in the present tense and never wanted to remember if so past tense was never an issue. Hope I didn't mess that one up. Power Rider says you can hide it so people that you go to your channel can't see what other channels you're sub to. Really? Wow. I really don't care. I sub to everybody. And some I don't even go on, but they sub to me, I'll sub to you. Fair deal. Power Rider, do you have something out there? I'll sub to you if I'm not already. Um, if you look at your subs, usually you can't see them all. I'd like to know who is doing what. Really like this cover. I love underwater sort of diving stuff. That's why when I saw that Clint's Downcast with the diving suit, I said, "Oh, I got to have that, and I got to have both covers." I'm snapping my fingers, and my dog's like, "Huh? What? Huh?" Yeah. So this kind of non-traditional. It's like kind of like has a water heater over his head. 35 cents. He shoots, he scores. Um, Miss Good Stuff. I have no clue what settings are. I'm going to leave that one alone, Mrs. Good Stuff. We both know that's wrong. You know what settings are. Maybe not these technical settings, but you're old enough. I'm sub to everyone. I would love to go back in time and meet you about 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 20 years earlier. You know, you too, Mr. Good Stuff. So don't think I'm coming on to your wife. Um, I would like to see people the way they looked 20 years ago or maybe 30 years ago. I think it'd be a hoot. If we had a reunion and could go back I would actually not be the silver fox. I better not get that started. Actually, my nickname in high school was Rexy Sexy or Sexy Rexy. Just saying. I really shouldn't have probably said that. But anyway, um, I own up to it and live up to it, right? I don't know. I only ever thought about it in the present tense. I'm still trying to figure that one. I wanted to remember. So past tense was never an issue. Wow. Okay. Still don't know what it is about, but I reread it. It's good stuff. I have no clue. That's me. Okay. I've subbed to everyone, even people I don't watch. Pale Rider video. Oh, now let's see if I can click on that one. No, it says leave. I don't know why it's coming up like that today. Usually I can click on a link and at least save it for later. Because my chat just doesn't always come up on replay. I'm a boomer at this, folks. It's a wonder I'm even breathing. Pale Rider says, I think people hide them because of the Twitter weirdos. That could be. Hey, Gray Man. Gray Man's in here from the UK. Gray Man, you got any women like your weekend woman that scores your comics for you? Get her in here. We need some women representation. The analytics says I have 0 women in here, and that's a lie. Number 37 of Aquaman. I guess that's underwater. I, I don't know. Old Flash. Not that Flash. 35 cents. Oops. And I'm behind on the comments because the arrow's there. Got it out of whack. Trying to go back and read. Sexy Rexy. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody that went to school with me still would joke about that if we had a reunion. Comment was about streaking. Sexy Rexy. Oh, that's going to be a character in a book. Probably. You were trying to think of past tense for streaking. Yeah. Strucking. And then your husband said stroking. and now he's talking about rockets. So I don't know. Fill in the gap. No offense, Gap. Is that like Rex the Rocket? Um, Talk to my ex-wives. But Shadowhawk says, if would be awesome if we could walk through the door at a con and suddenly you're in the mid 20s again. What a party, brother. What a party. That's what I'm talking about. And somebody better bring the pizza. Just saying. Gray Man says, I have to buy my own comics. No, I have to buy my own comics. Struck. Yeah. Streaked. I streaked. Okay. I'll take that. He streaked. Oh, yes, they call him the street. Boogadai, boogadai. So, Gray Man, you going to be doing your little show today? Sometime here pretty soon? Just curious. Sometimes it's just a cloud, good stuff. Yeah. Well, if it's all a holographic non-reality type thing, number 39. That's kind of a nice cover. A lot of detail. A lot of detail in the back. I don't know if that's coral or what, but a lot of detail to do that one. I mean, yeah, you can do a single figure and have it all blank back there, but you do a cover like this, yeah, and your eye just like, yeah, okay, that's nice, and then you move on. And man, that guy spent a lot of time putting those bubbles in, all kinds of stuff. You wonder why you just don't do a figure with a black or a white, kind of like that other Bagley JLA cover I showed, 25 cents. I do tend to gloss over even high detailed stuff sometimes in a comic. Here's number 48, 15 cents. Mid 20s, you'll bring the acid. Rex Rocket, Anth says. Sometimes it's just a cloud, yes. TJ says good stuff. Just had tried to send. It's on 6 minutes, but its email limit could penalize it to YouTube and send it the link. I don't know. They're trying to work out their editing issues. Hope you wish you all the luck, TJ. And 15 minutes, my video going through Batman Chronicles. Ooh, is that like just happen to have it here, I think. Or did I move it? Did anybody read Copperhead from Image? That was pretty cool. Got some of those. Did I move those? I got some Chaplin books down here and stuff. And some colored pencils. And I don't know if these are just colored pencils or watercolor pencils. Toon Magazine. I've got to get the rest of these. These are Toon Magazine. They came back in the day. Get it. Do yourself a favor and get, find one and get it. You'll like it. If you like cartoons, if you like comic history and stuff, you want to like, oh, is it this, Gray Man? And since we got some artists in here, here's a book from Impact Comics. I don't think I've showed on Vanishing Points. But is it this, Gray Man? The when you say Chronicles, do you mean like this? This was great. These were great. I mean, just great size, great feel. Everything opens up really nice, all in color, but done on the cheaper paper. Wish they would do more stuff like this. Really should look into doing my book like this. This is really nice, and they've got the spot gloss on it, on Batman, although he's so dark, you got to catch the light, right? But then you got Superman too, and I just love this, how they put the imagery behind the, the Chronicles there. It's really, really, really nice. Really, really nice. Few books they came out with. These are the only two I think I have. But I'd like to get more if they've got more out there, and I think they do. Is this what you're talking about, Gray Man? Um, Chat's hopping, and it's the weekend. Who knew that it was the weekend? Or is everybody drinking and smoking and or eating eggs or food later? I don't know why I'm going to put myself through that woke trash, but just to check on my artist friends, see, oh, good God, no, going back to the mid 20s, two small children then. Um, yeah, but I'm talking about TJ. If you could just regain your youth, not necessarily your responsibilities. Just saying. I understand. I mean, I had five children at one time, not at the same time. I had two, and then had I had three. I had a special needs kid too. So we'll take so much. It like that we had dips our mouth. Okay, like dip skull. Take some. Let's see. Pale Rider says almost shy. Shitty, shoddy, SHIY myself. Oh, I think I know what that means. Myself one time, cops pulled me over for speeding, and I have sheets tucked under into a comic. Oh, five sheets. Oh, the acid. Yeah, yeah. I won't tell you some of my stories. Sexy Rexy was not for Rexy Sexy. I got that copyrighted. Don't you try it. No, yeah, it was a 90s run of Bat books. Those look nice, though. Damn scary. Let's see. Only ran 23 issues. I'm way behind here. Still haven't decided if I hate Moon Knight yet. You mean the book? I mean TV series. I just don't. I'm not into the guy that played Poe. I just, and Moon Knight was never, yeah, apart from the Bill Sienkiewicz artwork or something like that. He's just never been one of my greater characters. He seems like with his lore, he's he's kind of like a little Hawkman, Hal Carter with the mythology and Batman mix up. Only saw a trailer. Why the British sounds like it anyway? Let's see. Only saw a trailer. Let's see. All right, got to run later. All great stream, Sexy Rexy. Thank you, good stuff. Thank you. If you've already gone, thank you anyway. You asked what crafts I do. Currently making posable bride and groom dolls. That's cool. That's cool. Is that for weddings? Oh, they actually had a bride and groom Pez set that's kind of expensive, and I think I have it. I think I might have showed it at one time. If I haven't, I will. Cold coffee by now. Uh, Pale Rider says I only watched the first episode halfway through of Moon Knight. Yeah, are they going with the Joker where he's kind of like? And I never watched the Joker movie. I've just got a sense about these things, what I would like to watch and what I wouldn't. And sometimes I like Doctor Who tonight, I'll put myself through hell just see how they're messing it up, effing it up, of late. But and she's getting ready to be replaced anyway. And they've already destroyed the franchise, so might as well have some fun with my friend a little bit and veg out in front of the TV. It's Easter. Hey, come on. They had a sexy Rexy Paz, but it was too sexy to sell. Women were fainting all the time. Could be. Could be. Um, you see who on BBC tonight? Yeah, yeah, BBC. It should be coming on 7 o'clock my time, and has the Doctor Who has the Sea Devils. Pale Rider says I have watched Joker. Oh, you haven't watched Joker either? Yeah, I just I've never been into him, and I just knew no, I just. None of that. It's just there's some I watch, I'm on watch, and I'm sorry to hear that Morbius isn't better, you know. Um, but I'm gonna watch it at some point, probably when it comes out on DVD. I'll probably buy it, unless somebody says it's woke as hell, and I don't want any part. I still haven't seen Miss Marvel because I knew that was going to be a tanker, and I review stuff. I hear reviews. I'm in no hurry for new entertainment. I've got enough old entertainment happening. I was watching Charlie Chaplin the other day, for God's sake, but you know what? It was funny. I mean, there are some stunts and stuff. I still don't know how they did it. Chaplin was genius. Um, and of course, he's got some talkie movies out there too. But yeah, those shorts and stuff, and just they're short. I mean, I rewatched The Rink, which was the Keystone type, the first full length comedy. I didn't, I'd forgotten it was the first that he was in the first full length comedy. That's pretty wild. Um, I just watched it. It's okay. Never grabs me like it would as a kid. Yeah, you got to wonder if they're even, Morbius was what was the writing on Morbius? Did it have an R rating? Was it PG-13? Cuz usually they try and hit for PG-13. Um Disappointing, Shadowhawk says. Could have been decent. Yeah, I mean, coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's what I'm hearing about a lot of things today. It could have been this. It just didn't quite live up to it. I say let's go out and make our own entertainment. I mean, look, man, I can watch a football game like this, and then I could even play it on replay. Just have to spin it the other direction. See, anyway, um, put a little Tom Brady there, maybe paint him on, and mash. Gamers sit around doing stuff like that all day long. Hey, just dumped a 15-cent comic, and it's kind of a nice cover, sort of 2D becoming 3D. Who published that? Boom Studios. Yeah, I got my first Boom books from that, and Six Gun Gorilla. I thought that was Brian's property, but he didn't do the Boom stuff. It was public domain. Who knew? I didn't know. Learn something new every day. Pale Rider says if you have a Fire Stick, a good selling the High Seas app in cinema is cinema. Yeah. Uh, yeah. And what was neat in The Rink, was it The Rink? No, it was Tilly's something. Chaplin's first, where he actually plays a con man. I think it was 1916. And Keystone, like Senate, used to like to put a movie within a movie. So they go to the movies and they're watching a movie, and you get to see the interior of the movie house, what a movie house would have looked like in 1916. Now that's pretty cool. Um, Harold Lloyd, yeah, with the glasses. Yeah. I don't have a lot of Harold Lloyd stuff, TJ. A few things, him framing from the clock and stuff like that. And I forget the actor's name, but he was killed. Uh, uh, he was a comedian and he died in 1919. An ostrich kicked him. You don't want to get around an ostrich. They have very powerful book. I mean, it's kind of like that 6 inch punch by Bruce Lee. It will send you and you won't be getting up. Killed him dead. He could have probably been as big as Chaplin. They said he was getting real popular and then he was filming something and the ostrich kicked him, killed him, ended his career. Um, Pale Rider says the only streaming service I have now is Amazon because we have Prime for the shipping anyway. Well, that's good that you have that. I hope you get some content out of it. Got to shoot soon for my premiere. Yeah, sorry to overstream you there, Gray Man. It seems to happen, but I like to ask. Thanks for showing up anyway. Freelancers number 3 from Boom. Like that skull and crossbone. Uh, Gave 8 cents for that. Why not? At least to get to see I got the very best that they had. Fairy Quest, Outlaws. I could barely read that. Looks like a little Red Riding Hood here from Boom Studios. 2 of 2, so there was only 2 issues. I like the logo. It's a little hard to read. And any logo, no matter how stylized, if you can't read it well, not a successful logo in my mind. People need to be able to, if they got to stop and go, what does that say? I don't know. But Fairy Quest, at least that's what I got out of it. Nice logo. It's just hard to read. It takes you a minute to figure out what it is. And if it didn't for you, I read it for you. No cheating. 15 cents. Pale Rider says, the Gray Man, drop your channel link. I don't think I'm subbed. Yeah, I'd drop it, but I don't have it here handy. And he may have already left. Yeah, he shows comics and stuff. Also, the very first thing I tuned into him doing was analyzing beer. He and a friend were drinking beer and kind of getting drunk, or talking about the fruitiness or the nuttiness or the hoppy taste. They were trying out different beers from different places of the world. And then later I saw him uploading stuff like this. Here's the Gray Man channel. Thank you, Gap, for that. So maybe he'll get a new sub out of that. James Bond 007. This is out of Dynamite, issue 2. And we talked about, that Ian Fleming, James Bond character, was about halfway based on his cousin, Christopher Lee, Count Dooku, Dracula. You might have heard of it. Grumpy Cat and Pokey. Now, how can they use Pokey? Because there was Gumby and Pokey. Pokey was the horse. Remember Gumby? I think I've got the complete collection. A little scary to watch nowadays, but I just try and get in that childhood thing and watch it every now and then. Not very often. Just want it from my archives. Number 2 from The Misadventures of Grumpy Cat and Pokey from Dynamite. Number 2. Partial photo cover. Guess an internet sensation, Grumpy Cat. 30 cents. And Grumpy Cat and Pokey number 1. Grumpy, we did it. We have a second series. Wow, another series. I can't hardly contain the joy. Gave 30 cents for that one. Haunt. Now, I got a couple trade paperbacks and I hadn't read them. I would love to. Greg Capullo cover, black sensitive cover. Haunt number 14. Get a McFarlane vibe off this. Capullo. Has anybody read Kirkman from Walking Dead? Wrote it. Has anybody read Haunt? I need to sit down and read more. I really do. My dog kind of makes it difficult, but I'm really going to I get 15 cents. I've got to really immerse myself. I really do, into some comics so that I can think comics for a while and comic stories and just think out of the box also, when crafting the stories that I want to tell. Been working on the origin of Zigzag, my speedster character, and the Silver Boa. Like today, I was thinking about the origin, what his origin would be. And I think it's shaping up nicely. But I've still got a lot of writing to do. And I'm still trying to move stuff. I've got to move in a new couch and an old pie safe, maybe a few other things, I don't know, in a few days. And I've got to get that room clear. Hey, Ryan, see? And Civility's in here too. I haven't gotten to read more than a dozen comics in my lifetime. Well, maybe that's the way you are, why you are. Read more comics and start with mine. it just went in demand. Of course, it's just, might be a little disappointing. It doesn't give you a full issue's worth, but it'll give you, like I say, try before you buy. Try it before you buy it, see if you like what you get in the black and white. Hey, you get 2 copies plus 4 trading cards. What a deal. Pale Rider, damn, Gray has 3K subs. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been in there, and he said, I think when he was like 700 subs, and there was like 2 people, me and another in there. And he says, or maybe 3, and he says, where are the 700 more subs? So sometimes you get subs and nobody checks in with you. I'm glad people check in with me. I don't think I've heard of his channel before, Sub Now. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got some good books and stuff he shows. I haven't seen him do another beer review. Like I said, the first time I checked in, he was trying out different beers. And I thought, wow, this is pretty wild. And I forget how, I think maybe he came in here. So I checked his channel out. I'm not, or somebody recommended him. I forget. I spent what little money I had on video games. That's understandable. Everybody's saying, what's up, Ryan? Hopefully he's got all his prep done for the weekend. Probably in the thick of it. Did you take Easter off from tattooing? Did you take any clients today? You've been working hard or not at all? Here's number 11 of Haunt. Did anybody read Haunt? Image book? McFarlane type character, Greg Capullo artwork. So it's kind of McFarlane inks, I think. Civility says, I guess if people hop in and out of the stream, it's better than nothing. Sometimes if I don't have a lot of attention to spend, I won't slide through like that. Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, it depends on what's going on. Life happens. Here's number 10, black sensitive cover, Capullo again. I didn't even realize back in the early days that Capullo had worked on Spawn and stuff. I didn't know who Capullo was till, about a year ago. And yeah, maybe some of this stuff is first stuff that got 8 cents of his. Ryan says, I don't book tattoos for the weekend. Oh, okay. Just recovering today from skateboarding. Yeah, yes. Oh, yeah, probably a little sore. Paying the price for fun. Yeah. Yeah, you said that last time you went skateboarding. The body don't hold up after a time. Just saying. Civility says, I feel bad like I abandoned you if I don't stick around for long. Well, I mean, do what you got to do. You know? Number nine. Black cover. Capullo. Haunt. Anybody read Haunt? I guess not. Nobody's saying they did. 10 cents. Gave 10 cents for it. Another 10 center. Number 8. Black cover. I kind of like that when he's throwing that up. I mean, how many people have done, okay, I want a man vomiting, and they're vomiting up the character. 10 cents. Glad to get these in floppies because they might be worth something someday. I bet I do have the 2 trade paperbacks. Never heard of Haunt? Really? Well, it might be one you want to check out. I don't know. But you may not be into comics. That's fine. Copperhead, number 9. Now, Copperhead, I've read. They had 4, and some are harder to find than others, trade paperbacks. And yeah, I read Copperhead. Pretty good read from Image Comics. This is number 9. Sort of a Western sci-fi type thing. Single mother is like the sheriff of this town that's corrupt. That's 8 cents for that one. Copperhead number 8. And here's her deputy. Believe it or not. Copperhead was a neat read. That's probably one of the last things I extensively read was Copperhead, and that's been months ago. Months. Gab said, I never love Superman. I just got the hardcover of Action Comics number 100 or 1000, I mean, Superman on the cover. Yeah. And did that have all the different variant covers in it? If it did, they did about 40 of those. I don't know. There was a bunch in that because I've got a lot of the floppies, that came out and tried to get as many different versions as I could. They even had different eras for Action Comics 1000. I think Frank Cho might have did like the 40s version, which was really cool going up against Nazis and stuff. And then they had a 50s and a 60s. They did that with Wonder Woman too and some other anniversary books. I think with Batman and Detective Comics 1000 after that. Civility says, I appreciate the lore that has been established for a lot of properties that has been established through comics. I think comics are really valuable because they can be cheaper stories to produce. Comics are an important pathway to allowing the free market to explore stories. Yeah, I mean, to me, it taught me how to read. It expanded my consciousness on that there could be different imaginary worlds out there. Uh, just some neat stuff. I mean, to see the artwork and the artist, it was like, wow, mind blowing to me as a kid. Number 7 of Copperhead. Gave 8 cents for that. Copperhead number 6. This was actually a pretty good read. I gave 27 cents for it. I would figure these out to the penny, believe me. And Copperhead number 5. Gave 15 cents for it. Might have picked these up at different days. Usually, if they're different prices, I did just as I came across them because some of them are probably mixed up. Copperhead number 4. Go ahead, punk. Make my day. Just saying. 15 cents. But yeah, I really like these. I like the flexibility. It seems to be on like newsprint, and you can put in the covers, whatever you have. I mean, I guess you could do the daily strips like this. And usually they do that in longer, there he is not flying, but kind of gliding or leaping, able to jump. Yeah, this 70s reproduction of this, Superman with blonde hair. They got the hair wrong on that one. That was the New York World's Fair thing. He's got blonde hair. An error. And this was the first appearance of Sandman there in this book. You had Santana. And if you want a cheap reprint of that, you can reprint. There's a 70s black and white reprint of that in here. I guess that reprints that in here. This reprints Action Comics number 1 through 9. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. 13 issues of Action Comics number to 13 and Superman number 1. Origin of Superman, Prelude to Superman, Champion of the Oppressed, a scientific explanation of Superman's strength. Yeah, I'd like to hear that. Superman text story, Meet the Creators, and Pinup. So pretty cool. Action Comics number 1. And if you've not seen my video on Jack Adler did some coloring. He was an innovator from the very beginning. Did some coloring on Action Comics number 1. And I have the largest, one of the largest collections of his stuff. In between I and my friend, if we put ours together, we probably got the largest collection of Jack Adler stuff. And he started with Action Comics number 1, colored some on that. Anybody that does that has my respect. TJ says, good night, Rex and all. Thank you for being here. See you soon, TC. DC. Okay. Civility. Verse making a movie. Or is it first making a movie? Well, verse making a movie or a book. I think comics are the best value for doing market research before you really invest into a property. Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was viewed as cheap entertainment. I do think it is a unique American art form, like jazz and maybe a few other things. There's about 5 different things they say that are American art form, and I think comics are one of them. And it's really expanded my consciousness and made me into a reader for sure. Um, yeah, and then Batman, Batman Chronicles. It's going to have oh Detective Comics 27 when he started out, and it goes up to 38, and then Batman #1, um, the Legend of the Batman, who he is and how he came to be, uh, the Joker, Professor Hugo Strange and the Monsters, the Cat, and the Joker Returns. And these came out in first printing what year? Originally published, yes, a long time ago, 2005. Yeah, so there's probably some more in these series. I just had to get them because this is I never did find out from Gray Man if that's what he. I guess I'll have to go over there and watch his latest video. And here, DC Comics presents every Batman story in exact chronological order. Yeah, and same thing with Superman. This was fun, but I just like the nice cover on it and just the pulp, and that everything can pretty well be opened up without damaging. You know, that's the way I want my books to be. But finding somebody that will print on this stuff is another thing. But I'll find somebody. I think something like this is kind of like what I would like my book to be. Very, very. You can manhandle it, not damage it. I always hated paying a premium price for like uh, Green Arrow, and the Longbow Hunters in premium format, and having to read it like this, or the spine just be, because I didn't want to, I've never been one of those to take a magazine, take the cover, and just flop it over and manhandle it. I wanted to keep it in good shape and keep my investment in it. Probably would have been more enjoyable that way, but then you know it is more enjoyable, just not, and I know some people it doesn't matter, but for me, I've tried to keep things in good condition. Not always. My first comics are ragged out, believe me. Well, Copperhead, number 10 or 1, not 10. We started at 10, I think. Yeah, she's investigating a crime or some things. Like I say, sheriff. 8 cents on that one. And then Grimjack, #1. Yeah, scored a Grimjack, #1. This is not his first appearance, not by any means, not his second appearance. He made a lot of appearances in Star Slayer. Gave $1 for that. Timothy Truman. I got to talk to Oshlander a couple times about Grimjack. Really liked that. I forget what he was working on at the time. Might have been Grimjack still. This is number 32. I think I got a pretty good run on these. This is Tom Mandrake cover. I think Tom Mandrake's passed away now. Kind of like his stuff. He goes all the way back, I know, to the early 70s at least. Gave 15 cents for that one. First Comics came out with these. Um, did First Comics do #1? I'm curious. It's been a while since I've seen it. Yeah, First Comics. I read Grimjack, at least the first few issues. Number 35. By this time, I gave it up, Tom Mandrake. Look at the size of that gun. Blow your freaking head off. I think he would translate very well into a comic story. I mean, not to a comic story, into a movie. I think it would be pretty cool. It'd be almost like the bar scene of because he hangs out in a bar, but it's like an interdimensional bar, something like that. It'd be something like Star Wars bar scene, 15 cents. Later, peeps. Gap says, yeah, I know it's getting late there um, in the UK. Thanks for hanging out so long, Gap. Appreciate it. Really do. Um, read a lot of online comics. Um, when I see Hollywood popular lore established in the comics and books, I think it's a real dumb business decision ignoring the free uh, market research. I do too. I've said that on here. I do. I think if they will stick to the original material, nobody wants to see, especially the way they presented it, a black Johnny Storm makes no sense. If you if you said it was an elsewhere story or what if, but I don't even think the market is ready for that. I mean, maybe on TV, like with the what if type animated type thing. And it's sorry that they just don't take a chance. Of course, you got to have millions of dollars, investors and whatnot. They don't know what good. Really, do you think these stuffy businessmen really know what's good? They're just out to make money. Nothing wrong with that. But, and entertainment's always been had money involved, whether it's a concert or TV show or movie. Another Tom Mandrake, number 47, 1988. So we got some Copper Age books here for cents. That's pretty cool. We'll go 2 hours. Grimjack, number 49, another Tom Mandrake cover. The grill there. What's it say on the grill? Bonsai. Yeah. 1988. Gave 15 cents for that one. Number 54. Tom Mandrake again. I don't know why his hair's all white there. A little swashbuckling. 15 cents for that one. Number 62. Now we have an artistic change. And his name may be written on the sword real small. No, it's just something indecipherable. So then I like kind of when I have to look. I don't think he ever signed it. But anyway, 62. It could be Flint Henry, maybe. Or maybe Flint Henry did career. Maybe he will. 15 cents for that one. Maybe he will sign one of these others because that's not the last one. It's probably Flint Henry, I would say, because it says John Auslander. He's the writer, and Flint Henry. So he probably did the cover too. Number 65 from 1989, December issue. Nice colors on that one. Kind of busy. A little Ghost Rider-ish. Lorenzo's in here. Yeah. If I figured if I streamed long enough, Lorenzo. Civility says if getting the CIA black dollars. Yeah, could be. Yeah. Disney's been putting 666 in different things. Anyway, Civility, if they really wanted to make money, they just gift on the stores other tested out in the market already because it's less than they have to pay their own writers. The thing of it is, if you get somebody that's really been into the lore and stuff like that, they know how to do it. You know, give them some help in developing that, but they're the ones that have the fervent ideals. You know, I could write you a nice Fantastic Four movie. Yep. I think I would start it with issue 13 with the Red Ghost and the Super 8 with some flashbacks. That would be cool. And meet the Watcher for the very first time. Yep. And he had all those neat things on the blue area of the moon. So you set it off Earth on the moon. How cool is that for a first Fantastic Four movie? Just saying. And you'd be looking at Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko inks for reference. Can't get better than that. Don't want to. I remember when that was blown up in big treasury size. And I probably don't even have that treasury. I need to get it. I might have it. Yeah, multinational mega corporations, they don't care about identity politics anymore than they care about the environment. Yeah, they don't even care about the environment. They really don't. I saw a good thing on Twitter on that about how much, I think he even retweeted it, where to fly across the country, how much it was, and then, from the cattle farmers type thing on the cows. So go check it out. If you, my Twitter link's up top, but indoctrinus is going extinct. Yeah. Excuse me. Had to sneeze. Grimjack number 71. I guess another Flint Henry's. I don't think he signs his stuff. I'm unfamiliar with him. Like I said, I never. Oh, yeah, it says Flint right here on one of the robot forearms. I gave 60 cents for that one. 15 cents, 60 cents, $1, a short box like that, you got some change there. It's not cheap. It's cheap but it's, believe me, I was dropping 50 bucks, 50 bucks, 50 bucks every day till they went out of business and ran out of stuff to sell me. Went out of business. 72, issue 72. Paid 15 cents for that one. That'll put us about half a box, and then I'll flip it, and we'll do some of those tomorrow with some other stuff. I like this. I like bird characters, ever since I saw one in Avengers, this is pretty cool. I like this cover. Squaw, squaw, Shadowhawk. I really like the bird-like character in the Futurians by Dave Cockrum. 60 cents for this one. It's well worth 60 cents for that cover. Very nice. Civility says they want to kill the wage slaves, especially thinking ones. Sure. Yeah. Call them out, so they can have more control. Yeah. Control and control and control. Identity politics is part of the ensuing the population won't reproduce. Yeah. Yep. And, that's why I say, the Muslim is going to be a problem in the future for France and UK, because the Muslims are breeding, and those are potential voters in the future, or will be, and allowing them no-go zones. I wouldn't have allowed them. I would have regulated that, heavily regulated, because they're going to breed them out. Eventually, if you live long enough, you'll see the Eiffel Tower tore down, because they won't want to keep that. It'll be Muslim nation. And before, some other things happened, recently, I would have said that was our number one problem. And it's still a big problem. And they do have like well over 40 camps, militant camps here in America in different states. And the states really need to start cracking down on that if they break the law. Keep a close eye on it. And I hope they are. But the FBI and CIA just seem to be so right now. I don't trust them to do anything right. Roman Empire is burning. Barbarians are at the gate. Yeah, they're piling up the bodies over the gate. And we're busy fighting each other in the Senate, just like always. Yeah, it's crazy. No unity on our side. Until you get the rhinos out, you put the true believers in, some everyday people, some Daniel Boone types that used to be in government. I'll kick your ass. I'll blow your head off if you don't act right. December 1990 issue, number 77, Grimjack, 15 cents. Look at that. Look at that creature. Kind of hard to see. Coloring, way back here. Yeah. It's probably why it went out. But you know what? Some of these later issues might be, pretty hard to find. Lower print. Who was reading it by this time? Number from January 1991, number 78. $0.15. Thousands of years and the cycle plays out again. Yeah. You're a centralist. Well, at time, God set it up. Look, if you look at really deep into it, time is cyclical. It really is. And we're told it's not, but it is. I'd say I have a lot of libertarian values. Yeah. I don't care. Those are just labels. Really, at the end of the day, it's just label. Now, this is a nice cover. Number 79 from February 1991. Like a Chinese dragon, or that's what I'd call it. Kind of nice, huh? I like it. 60 cents for that one. Little negative reverse cover. I like this. You don't see this a lot. I do like it when they use it to mix things up. Number 81. Yeah. Little reverse imagery. Like that. It's pretty neat. 50 cents for that one. Black sensitive cover. E-Man. E-Man number 8. I sold E-Man Mad Wax. Might have even sold this issue. I don't know. This is a later issue, number 1. Early issues of E-Man from First Comics we sold in my comic store. So I may not have gotten to this issue before we closed down, but gave 40 cents for that. I like getting books that I used to sell in my comic shop for sure. Psycho Blast, number 3, or at least some that are part of that series. This is January 1988. Psycho Blast. It's kind of nice. 60 cents for that. Labels. I'm my own thinking person. Yeah, and they don't teach critical thinking, do they? Rational, I don't think every drug should be legal and people can choose what's best for themselves. Yeah. Yeah. I myself don't take any medication really, except for blood pressure, and I don't always take that. And I feel better on the days that I don't take it, it seems like. A lot of toxic crap out there. I think this is 1986. First Comics. Dynamo Joe, number 1 of the First Comics limited series, 1 of 3. Little cybernetic cat in here. This is an interesting. Gave 10 cents for that. American Flag, number 35, a later issue, Howard Chaykin. I don't think this is Howard Chaykin cover by any means. My dear chap, please do slow down. Yeah, blow his head off. Still done in kind of the Chaykin style. A lot of speed lines, a lot of scratchiness. 10 cents for that one. First Adventures. It is Dynamo Joe, Whisper, Blaze Borrow. Yeah, I try and collect all the whispers together. So really this should go with my other whispers. But because I want it for reference for like a female ninja character, which Shelby's going to draw for me, Ninjetta. Unless you can think of a better name. Number 2, kind of a clown nose on that guy there. Don't know what that's all about. Kind of an anthology book for first. Gave 50 cents for that. Civility says, I don't think every drug should be. Oh, I read that. Not anymore. They teach critical race theory instead of critical. That's true. They do. They teach critical racism now instead of critical thunk. Yeah, they do. It's scary. You know, if I had a kid, they'd be homeschooled. Well, we hit 2 hours. Time Twisters, number 6 from Quality Comics. They're the ones that did Judge Dredd and Rogue Trooper and other characters like that. Like their logo. Starscape behind it. Quality Comics. Don't know what I gave for that. Should I just finish this box? I don't know. The Nightman, 4 of 4. It's got maybe Lord Pumpkin on there. The tag team Mangle and Lord Pumpkin. So this is Mangle, I guess, and Lord Pumpkin going up against Batman. Batman? How about Nightman from Malibu Comics? The Climax, number 4 of 4. Lord Pumpkin, I think, had his own book. Was an interesting villain. That one's not priced. This has got something on it. Mike Plug cover and art. Pretty cool. Black sensitive cover. Ultraverse Sludge. Red. Yeah. Aaron Lopresti worked on Sludge, I believe. I'd really like to get his Aaron. I don't know what he gave for it. I don't know why on these. Tried to get all these. Adam Post worked for Triumph. You know, he was like the main guy there, I think, for Triumph. Chromium Man number 2. And these, what was neat about these are serial number lies. This is 9,793. What? I mean, no. 7,900. That's a 07934. So 7,934 to 22,000 tells you the print run. That's pretty neat. And you get a unique thing because everyone has a unique printed number. Thought that was pretty cool. But Adam Post worked for them. And shall we take a look real quick? I forget. Unless you already know. Autocorrect thinking, yes. Oh, auto thinking. Yeah, critical thinking. Critical thunk. Don't you just love autocorrect? Move my Chaplin album. I'm trying to throw this tape away. I've got a box full of Chaplin items I'll probably feature tomorrow. Just mainly wanted to do some comics today and talk, really. Yeah, Adam Post. Let's see what he did. He's a member in CG. President Adam Post. At least on this book, he didn't do any writing. The Triumph Universe Development Team, and he's one of them. So, first printing, January 1994. Adam Post and Eric Schefferman present The Chromium Man. So I didn't realize that, Adam Post, and then when I did, I bought like a bundle, like which was usually about $60. I got it for like 25, and they were all double autographed. Maybe by Schifferman or whatever, and Adam Post. I wanted to get Adam Post some signatures, and that seemed like the best thing out there. I didn't realize that, so it's like I on Apex Comics on Saturday at midnight, like we had last night. We were supposed to interview him a few weeks back, but something was wrong. We changed it. So hopefully we'll have him on in the future. I've not talked to Adam Post, been on a stream with him. Hopefully we can get him on and I can question him about Triumph Comics because I'm kind of curious. Been trying to set some of these aside to have it, or possibly have him autograph in the future. So, Gag, Golden Age Greats, uh, basically AC Comics, I think, came out with this Crime Buster Classics, 44 big pages, illustories. That's what they used to call them. The original boy hero created and written by Charles Barrow. And of course, he created the original Human Torch and did Daredevil in boy comics, I think. The original Daredevil. But there's one of AC Comics, and they Gag Golden Age Greats. Had a little monkey. I always wanted a monkey. I wouldn't have a monkey now for a pet. She's all I need right now. You get a box and cut a hole in it so you can point your camera down at the comics. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Yeah. Here pretty soon. And then I'll do some flip throughs and stuff. Because I'm going to do a deep dive on some stuff for sure, especially some of those that I did as a kid. Protectors number 18. I love Protectors because it had the Thresher in there, which was like their Aquaman or their Sea Demon type character. Rex, you still going? I sure am, brother, just for you on Easter. Hey, Genesis Protectors, getting closer to Doctor Who counting down. And then I'll just veg and think, man, I wish I had some snacks. Wish he'd make me some popcorn. Maybe I'll tell him, if you make me some popcorn, I'll clean it up afterwards and I'll eat all the popcorn. He didn't want to make any. Maybe he'll give me a bowl of ice cream. He usually got a gelato or like ice cream. I had some ice cream today, or earlier today. Don't really eat a lot of it. 6:10. Wow, in about an hour, I'll be vegging out to the Sea Devils. It's going to be crappy. High production value, but it's going to be crappy. But I'll watch it anyway and find out how John's doing anyway and talk about some things. Deep dive videos will get picked up quicker than the lives. Yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoy, and yeah, I've got some stuff planned, Civility. I do. For right now, it's going to be live streaming for a little bit longer. And I'm never going to do away with live streaming. I love live streaming and the interaction with all of you. I just do. Parts unknown. I really like this logo, not necessarily in the baby blue. The Next Invasion, busting out action. Yeah. Yeah. The hands, the claws. Look at that logo. Parts unknown. Number 1 from Eclipse Comics. I got a bunch of Eclipse Comics when they went out of business. I mean, our after. I've told that before. Like a long box, nearly a whole long box from this guy that used to work for him. And there toward the last, they paid him off in a bunch of comics. So he put them up for sale. I bought them. So I got a bunch of Eclipse Comics. Some of the obscure titles that I never saw in the stands, straight out of their warehouse. The Troop. This looked interesting from Titan Comics. This number 3. I especially like the Rock Woman. The Troop. Oh, nice. 33 cents. That one was priced. I don't think the Eclipse was. No. I mean, take the live stream and make a 20, 30 video. You're going through each. Yeah. Yeah. And I will be doing that. I will be getting an editor and doing that here pretty soon. Trust me. It's just a matter of money. I'm going to get somebody to professionally edit it and get me an opener and we're going to make it look professional. We're I'm going to put something into it because I want the channel to grow for sure. And I want it to be more entertaining for everybody. I'm going to do some best of videos, edit together some stuff like you're talking about, shorter videos. Going to be putting up some on very specific things like, an all Superman, all Batman, and yeah, it'll be more than a grab bag like it's been. This is cover A, number 1 of the troop. This is kind of like an American Gothic type, cover. Them just standing there in front of the house as it burns, I guess. I really like that ashen character. It makes me want to read it, find what this is all about. 30, 30. Just stick with me long enough. It's like promises, promises. I know. People are just real hard to get to pay attention too much these days. That's true. Their attention span, $1. Epic Comics, yeah. Epic. This is number 2 from Comics Tribe. Yeah. $1 for this one. Yeah, this is the number 1 with the full enhancement. Don't you dare miss the first appearance of Scarewolf. Yeah, first appearance here. Full enhanced there. Scarewolf looks pretty cool. Don't remember this comic. You needing to go outside? You are? Well, let me get a good stopping point here then. Here's the free comic book day from Comic Tribe, pilot issue. Free. Might be their first appearances in this. You just finished eating, going to work to do, got some work to do. I'll catch you later. Relax. Go to it. Yeah, Rex. Yeah. Thank you for coming in. I like your personality. I figured, or you wouldn't have stuck around this long. Yeah. And I've got to let the dog out. So we'll pick this up tomorrow and still got 6 watchers watching. And I would gladly go longer. Lorenzo says Rex was on my last stream. It got entertaining when folks were debating the future of comics. We had a fantastic discussion, though. I would agree with that. Yes, Lorenzo. And yeah, I even picked up another one. We have 7 viewers now. So I'm really tempted. And she's laid back down. Maybe we'll do a few more. She's not suffering, believe me. And Doctor Who is getting closer and closer. It's good to veg out and watch some, Maybe I'll tell you my impressions. I can tell you right now, blah, but I'm going to watch it anyway. Fearless Dawn. Hard Times. Ooh, with spread legs. Just saying. Asylum Press. Fearless Dawn. Hard Times. It reminds me of Frank Quietly artwork somewhat. What do you think? $1. Epic Ellipse, I guess, spelled with an A, number 2. I do like this with the timepiece. I have one of these in Devil Flyer number 1 in a sequence. That one's exploding. Kind of, again, not go kind of hard to, translate. See what it's about. I gave $1 for that. Yeah. All new manga from Jerry Robertson. Astar. Astar. Kind of hard to find independent comics. I hope that focus is right so you can see the AAT. You know what I mean. Don't have a price on that one. Just got excited and didn't write it down. I don't know. Astar again. All new manga from Jerry Robertson. Black sensitive cover. Astar. Astara? Anyway, whatever it is. I have a little bit of manga in my collection. Scarlet. Bendis wrote this from Icon. Number 6. I do like the imagery going on within the form of the figure. Don't know if it's worth its salt, but it's interesting. I like that device. I'll probably use that in the future. 25 cents. Lorenzo says, I normally don't like drama and arguing, but it was cool. I was so passionate about comics. I love those Astra covers. She's pretty cute, like for a human. Yes. Kick-Ass number 2 from Icon, part of the Mylar world. Death by Cosplay. This one was a little water damaged, a little rippled. John Romita Jr. Issue 5, 25 cents. Water damage. Not too. They look like kids there. That's pretty cool. Powers from Icon. All new story, new format, more pages. This is number 3. Bendis wrote this too. I do like the artist that does this. It's kind of nice. 15 cents. Got this one free. We might not have had it in the system. I think that's what it was. Love this cover. It was really intriguing. Issue 3. Now, I hate when it's not in the system, we can't see you. Now, I hate that. At least, if it's not in the system, sell it to me, please. Empress. Got that for free. I do like that because it's an intriguing cover. The characters look interesting, and it makes me want to read it and find out what's going on. I might hate it. It might not be for me, but yeah, that grabs my attention. Easy to read logo, too. I love, let's see. Now, but you tell me what title this is. I don't know. It's too hard to read off the. Okay, so they got little letters within big letters. It's Casasnova. So Casanova. Okay. But if you've got to go through all that, I just don't know that it's effective. But I do like the cover. Casanova. Gula 3. Little reflection there in the helmet. Smoking a cigar there or something. Burning up on re-entry. I'm intrigued. Interesting. 20 cents. I would be less interested. One thing it doesn't have is the issue number on the cover, front cover, and it doesn't have a price. I don't like that about this. Gave 20 cents. Can't complain too much. Casanova. Again, can't tell you an issue number because Gula 1. When is Casanova Quinn? And it looks like this bottom part is watercolor for sure, or gouache, 99 cents. Not $1, 99 cents. Are you getting disgusted with me? You want to go out? You do. Mark Brooks, the extension parade. Anyway, New York Times bestselling author of World War Z, Max Brooks. I do like this cover. It's from Avatar, regular edition cover, $3.99 cover price. Number one, she's crying blood and has skulls in her eyes. That's pretty cool. 30 cents. Vampire. Interesting. 30 cents. I'd be more apt to buy it for 30 cents than I would $3.99. For sure, indeed. She's laid down again. She's like, what happened? Lorenzo says, does not in the system mean it's not in the bookshop's computer? It may be on the back cover. It may be a wraparound cover. I just wish that it was on the front cover. When you're board and bag, you can't tell unless you've identified it. And I probably was so busy I haven't had time to identify and untape these and do the research and just good enough to store them away, photograph them because I do have these photographed. I could find these and find out what's in this. I like this cover coming up. Shadowhawk Back says there was an Astaire in the 90s, real cool covers from what I remember. Is there a National Register for Comic? Well, there's the archive, the National Archive. Register? Don't know. Neonomicron. Alan Moore wrote this one. Issue 3 from Avatar. And I have some Avatar books that are real limited, at least the editions with the variant covers. Less than 1,000 or less than 750 in some cases. But the creature going toward her in the water, that's pretty compelling. Like that. And Alan Moore written. So 8 cents. Can't pass that up. Yo Lorenzo, he says back. Hero Worship. Issue 6 from Avatar. Yeah. But I gave 20 cents for it. So, and I've not read any of these, my retirement, I'm going to have, I better start a few years early because it'll take me that long to read. So I'm kind of like one that likes to read and absorb it. And, I'm not a quick reader. I did at one time and do have some lessons on speed reading. I had a friend, though, he was a speed reader, could speed read. And like I say, he could, I would say, okay, what's on page 300, paragraph 3, third sentence down? And he would think a second and he would tell me and start reading it verbatim. Incredible. Dr. Sleepless. This was an interesting looking title to me. One of the later issues, number 13, Warren Ellis wrote that. I don't know if it was any good. Didn't they do a Dr. Sleepless with Ewan McGuire, the actor that was in Star Wars? 60 cents for this. Recently a movie called Dr. Sleepless, maybe based on that. Here's Black Summer, another Warren Ellis from Avatar. This is issue 0. It says wrap, 99 cent cover price. So must have been kind of a, get to know you type thing. Looks like he killed everybody in the Oval Office. Maybe with those spheres that rotate around him. 49 cents. UK has a National Archive as well. Yeah, and I think I heard that in the National Museum or National Archive over there, they have 2 copies of that public domain character, 6-gun gorilla, like the first edition, that nobody can see or reference. So it's kind of anybody's game what the character was like. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's ever reprinted that stuff. Black Summer number, this is a wrap, it says, issue 1. $0.49 for that one. Oh, these 10th Muse have some great covers on them. 10th Muse, Demon Slayer, Avatar number 1. I do like the skulls going everywhere. Kind of reminds me of Rusty. Work. They're trying to contain him as he bursts through. Skulls go flying. Now, Ninjetta's has like she's blonde and has a black costume and blonde hair, ponytail like this. 49 cents. And I'm very excited that Shelby's going to do the trading card artwork to that. So getting some artists lined up. Just got to get them paid and get them reference material, and we'll be off to the races. And Dr. Based on a Stephen King book, okay, maybe that was it. Sequel to Shining, okay. Like a CG version of Six-Gun Gorilla. Give up on King years ago. Yeah, I never hopped on to King. Oh, is there? I really don't know, Lorenzo, if there's a national, I just know I do my bit by selling artwork to, is there a CG version of Six-Gun Gorilla? Yes, there's a CG version of Six-Gun Gorilla. The other day I showed prints. Where were you? There's some of the prints there. Signed and numbered by Brian. And I think there's a Six-Gun Gorilla campaign up on Indiegogo right now. I hear a lot about Six-Gun Gorilla. Yeah, I mean, I first experienced and thought it was Brian's. I didn't know it was a public domain character from Boom Studios. I showed one of those the other day. I hear a lot about Six-Gun Gorilla. Yeah, I did. I was unaware of the character. This is the regular cover, number 6. Caliban. Garth Ennis, too. 8 cents. At least I didn't give a fortune if these aren't any good titles. They're not good reads. Or, sometimes it'll have good artwork, but the story will suck. Sometimes the story will suck, or the story will be good and the art will suck. Here's Caliban number 5, black sensitive cover. I just kind of an archivist in my own right, preserving these things as best as I can. Okay, 30 cents for that one. Maybe one day somebody will appreciate it. I got this one for free. I guess it wasn't in the system. Number 4. This is a wraparound from Avatar. Wraparound cover. Because they tell you it's a wraparound. And it was free. It probably wasn't in the system, so they gave it to me for free. I was going in there every day buying stuff anyway. 15 cents is the regular cover, number 3. He looks like he's seen better days. $0.15. Trying to get some good numbers on this one. And we've had some people in here. I mean, 10, 11 people at the highest, maybe. Regular cover, number 10. Hey, somebody can come in for a few Easter. I'm for it. 15 cents. Caliban. Number 2. Yep. Got to watch the clock, though, because I got to let her out and whatnot and go see Doctor Who. That's going to suck, but, watch it anyway. I just did a catch up on the latest campaign. Shit, I backed so many projects. Yeah. Well, that's, yeah. I hear a lot about Six-Gun Gorilla. Yeah. See, pretty sure there is there is a CG. Yeah. Yeah, I showed those prints the other day. Remember, they were signed by the artist and Brian. I bought those at the charity auction that Critical Blast had for, the money went to, the one that you bought something, the little figure, and then I gave you that other little figure too. There was only 300 of them. You know, the black and white version. You wanted the green version. It was at that I bought those prints from Brian. That's when I first found out that Six Gun Gorilla was, um, public domain, and that he didn't have anything to do with the Boom Studio version of it. Number one, she's getting a little antsy, so I guess I better go. Let's see. 70 cents. Let's see if I've got any more Caliban, though. Nope. Nope. We'll pick it up tomorrow. Earth Lore. That's a pretty good title. So, yeah, man. Yeah, Brian there. Drop his link. Sure. And I follow each other on Twitter. Yeah. Looks fantastic. Yeah, he does a good job with that. He doesn't always get enough love with his project for sure. But he streams quite a bit. A lot on horror stuff, if you like horror stuff, I think. Lorenzo was just luring us in. Genius. Yeah. Masterful. So, hey guys, till next time, thanks for tuning in. We made it 2.5 hours on Easter. So have a great rest of the weekend and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.